Homesick by Mt. Sheikh. My grandfather has cancer. He lies all day on the bed in his room, looking out of the window at the garden. I look at him. He does not look at me and keeps staring out the window next to his bed. I gathered up courage and asked him in a small voice, Grandpa, why are you upset? Is it because of your cancer? Grandpa replied, No, Sara beta, I miss Karachi. The last time I saw it was before moving here. I was born in Karachi on 5th July 1948. I fell in love with the city from the moment I was born. My family moved there after the partition. They bought an apartment near Prady Street. I still remember my home. Our apartment was on the first floor of a building called Jahangir Manzil. From what I recall, our building was near a large market. So every morning there were sounds of people buying and selling things. This market is known as the Empress Market. It was named after Queen Victoria of England. I remember that we were never short of groceries. After all, our market was right next to our door. My childhood was the best time of my life. Well, it is for everybody. I can't forget those beautiful moments playing cricket and football with friends in the park, enjoying the incessant rains during the summers, eating pakoras, which my amma made during Ramzan, and whenever it rained, most of all, I loved eating the succulent Pakistani mangoes, especially the chausa. The mangoes here are nothing compared to the chausa. Then my father died, leaving us high and dry. I was 8. I was devastated by his death. I remember that after my father's death, I used to wander around in the streets aimlessly. That is how I got to know my area inside out. The Impress Market, Elphinstone Street, you name it. I even knew the potholes on the roads and the pavements. I had three brothers, Rahil, Kamal, Yasin, of whom two, Rahil and Yasin, were older than me. My eldest brother was 20 years old at that time. He had to leave his studies to make ends meet. That same year, Rahil got involved in some political fiasco and was murdered. His enemies also threatened to kill Yasin and me. Yasin and I were the only ones left of our family. I was in an engineering college at that time. Yasin's boss advised him to migrate to Canada. That is when I got separated from my beloved city. Well, most of all, I miss playing cricket with my friends. Before every match, we used to gather at some place and then go together to the playground. There were not as many cricket grounds here back then. I loved the game and sorely missed it. Yasin easily adjusted to the environment in Canada. He also got a job at a prestigious firm here. However, I took a long time in finding a job and settling down. During this period, I got married. Your father and your aunts and uncles were born. Then Yasin died. Now that I am on my deathbed, it pains me that I never got a chance to see Karachi again after I left it. I would love to visit Karachi for just one day and visit its beaches, restaurants, and memorable places. He ended his story as tears welled up in his eyes. He wiped them, smiled, and said, Well, now you know my tragic story. Later, I went to Grandpa's room again and still found him melancholy. I gave him a box which contained a lot of documents about Karachi that Yasin uncle had given to Daddy. His face lit up like a young child who just been given a candy.